those guys look all right out on the training track today, not too sore?
Yeah, I didn't see all of them actually, but I saw Tomo out there and he was moving around pretty fine. So I think most of them should get up.
How much a bonus is that if they get up? Obviously, most have been good, Nick, and you've got a massive game on Friday night.
Yeah, they're all very important players for us. So, and there's a lot of experience there as well. So, if they can all get up, it'll be a massive boost for us. But we'll just have to wait and see later in the week.
How was your first AFL game back, mate? It's been a long road. You must have been pretty happy.
No, it was really good to be back out there, travelling up to Sydney, getting away and getting back in the swing of things with the team, and so that from that aspect it was really good. I was blowing pretty heavily in the last quarter, but other than that, yeah, it felt pretty good.
Are you nervous at all in terms of how your body might hold up?
Yeah, I was actually. So it's the first time I really tested my ankle out in a full AFL game, obviously. So I was a little bit nervous going into the game, but getting through it, I was really happy with that. So yeah.
Do you think about it sort of during the contest, or it's just pre-game nerves and then think about it after?
No, once the ball goes up, I wasn't too bad. And once you get in your first contest, that's pretty much it. It's over with, and then you just concentrate on the ball and what's happening there. But after the game, it put up pretty well, so that's good.
How tough this year been for you to go down in the pre-season and have to wait so long to get back into the AFL side?
It's been really frustrating, I won't lie. Sitting up in the stands, and especially seeing the roller coaster that we've gone on. I'd like to be out there and helping as much as I can, but not being able to do that has been frustrating. So, but I've learned a lot sitting up in the stands and seeing how we play, and it's frustrating, but that's just part of footy.
So what have you learned?
I've obviously just been watching the backs a lot and just seeing how we set up and how we move the ball, and I try and have as much input as I can. I've learned a lot from Dasher Milburn, so we just sit down and watch a bit of footage and stuff like that. So. While I can't be out there playing, I'm still trying to learn as much as I can.
When you went down, do you think that might have been your season? I remember being at the presser, what happened that morning, we had a press conference here, and
yeah.
I think David Noble was concerned that you might have been out for the whole year. Did that go through your mind at that point? When
I first did it, I thought it was a clean break of both the bones, so I thought it was me season over, but lucky enough to go and see the surgeon after that, and he said it'll be 4 months. So there was still some light at the end of the tunnel, which is really important for me. Otherwise, it would have been season over. So it did go through my head, but yeah, it's just part and parcel of footy.
Not just the sort of physical shock of the actual injury, but how long does it take for the sort of shock of what's happened to sort of wear off?
It did a little while. I was still really nervous coming back to training, and especially my first couple of games in the sample, I was really wary of getting tackled from behind. So we did a lot of training with that, of people tackling me, very controlled, but just so I could get used to it again. But it still does run through your head, but you just got to deal with it the best you can.
Great time to come back though for you, the club trying to push towards the 8th spot.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully I can just have as much impact as I can, and I'll still get in the swing of things on the weekend, but yeah, it's a really good time for us. I think we're sitting in 9th now, so we've just got to try and keep winning as many games as we can from week to week, so we can push the finals.
While you've been out, Brodie Smith's really developed into a half-back role. Do you being back in the side, maybe they can move him up onto the wing now, or is it planned to leave him back there?
Not too sure really. Might just have to see from week to week, and that probably will change from week to week. But Brodie's been a really damaging player for us down back, so he's in great form, and he has been all year. So I probably wouldn't change his position too much.
You said you were blowing hard by the end of the match. I mean, where are you with your fitness in terms of, obviously pre-season got interrupted and you wouldn't have had much fitness work in your rehab of that intensity. So where are you? 60, 70, 80, 90%?
Not really sure. I don't really want to put a number on it, but I suppose I've probably been back running full trainer for about 5 weeks now. So I went to Sando during the week and said, I'm ready to play, and I felt like I was going into the game. With a couple of rotations going down, probably didn't help me towards the end of the game, but that's all right. Yeah, I think it'll hold me in good stead for weeks to come.
And Ricky, obviously a massive game. You've got one monkey off your back by winning consecutive matches for the first time all year. How big is this contest against one of the top teams?
It's a huge contest for us, obviously, on a Friday night. I think the game might be sold out already, which is really good, so going to get a heap of support there. It's my first game at Adelaide Oval, which I'm really excited about as well, just to see what all the hype's about and all that kind of stuff. So Hawthorn are a really good opponent, obviously reigning premiers, so it's going to be a tough game, but one we're really looking forward to.
Do you feel they're gettable this week? I mean, they lost to North and they've got some real injury concerns, and we'll find out shortly about whether Brian Lake's available. Do you feel they're gettable this weekend?
Not too sure about Giddle, but you know, we just like to test ourselves out against the best opponent out there, and they're probably that at the minute. So they've got a lot of injuries, but then they got a lot of players that can come in and do the roles that those players play anyway. So they adapt pretty well, which they have for a couple of weeks now. So I'm sure they'll do that again this week.
Thoughts on Brian Lake?
Sorry.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the Brian Lake incident? Did you see it?
I actually didn't see it, so I've heard a lot about it. There's obviously been a lot of media speculation about it, so I'll leave that one to the tribunal, I think.
And you mentioned it's going to be tough going into the last couple of spots. You're in ninth now, competing with the Suns for potentially the last spot, and then losing Gary Ablett. How do you think that'll affect them?
Not too sure, really. They haven't played a lot of football without him, so it'll be very interesting to watch. But they're a great young side, and you know, they're going to be pushing for finals. They've got a really good run coming up, so they'll be pretty tough to beat, I would imagine, with or without him.
Do you feel like every week sort of he's got to play on the edge and win every week now, given the fact that even though you had 2 in a row that North Melbourne and Gold Coast both had wins, so that fight is really on for 8th spot?
I'd like to hope that we play on the edge every week, but I suppose it is a little bit of a motivating factor for us to really come out and play well. Because you know, if we lose one, then we start slipping down the ladder pretty quickly, and finals might be out of the question if we lose too many. So you know, we just got to keep playing best we can and get wins as much as we can.
I know you haven't played through it all, but have you sensed any confidence change in the last 2 weeks, especially with some impressive wins?
No, I haven't, just because I wasn't out there the week before. But last week, you know. Or the week just gone, you know, everyone was pretty confident going into the game, which is always good. So it's good to get away just with the team and get a road win and just spend a lot of time with each other. And yeah, it was good to get the win.
Do you feel like you're in your best nick of the season as a team?
Not too sure. Once again, being out there, I haven't been out there a whole heap, but from watching from the stands, I think everyone's just starting to gel really well together. You know, forward hasn't played a lot together, so I think they're starting to work well together. And midfield's starting to come in into some good nicks. So yeah, we're starting to hit our straps.
How are you going to beat them?
I'm not too sure. I think we'll find that out later on the Savo, maybe.
And Luke Bruce has kicked 27 goals straight. I mean, obviously, you don't have the ball in his hands too much, do you?
No, not much. It's going to be a big job for whoever gets him this week, but yeah, he's a pretty impressive player, so 27 straight's a pretty good record.
Follow the Crows on Twitter at Adelaide_FC.
Use the hashtag GoCrows in your footy tweets. And follow our players too.
Like me.
Follow me at Daniel Talia 12.
At 11M Wright.
Follow me at Sam Jacobs 24. No, follow me, RJ Douglas 26.
Follow me at Tomo05. I'm flat out on Twitter.